Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this peaceful moment. Take a deep breath, relax your mind, and allow yourself to simply be present right here and right now.
Your potential is limitless, but it's trapped behind excuses, doubts, and inaction. Today, we're breaking those barriers. It's not your dreams that are too far away. It's the gap between your intentions and actions that's holding you back. As the Buddha once said, an idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. Here's the hard truth. Understand that no one will do it for you. Every success, every breakthrough, every transformation begins with you. Have you ever wondered why it's so easy to dream big, but so hard to take the first step? Why does it feel impossible to stay consistent even when you know what's at stake? In this video, we'll dive into 10 transformative Buddhist principles designed to force yourself into action, not just motivation, but practical wisdom that will break the chains of hesitation and inertia. Stay until the end. There's a powerful bonus lesson that could single-handedly transform the way you approach your life. If you're going to take anything away from this video, let it be this. Action is the only bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Let's build that bridge, starting now. With number 1, action, the key to dreams. Dreams are like seeds, full of untapped potential, but they cannot grow without nurturing action. It's a simple truth that connects deeply with Buddhist wisdom. Intention, while vital, is only the starting point. The Buddha emphasized the necessity of right effort, an intentional and focused application of energy to transform our aspirations into reality. Think of your dreams as lanterns. They hold the capacity to light your path, but their brilliance remains dormant without the spark of action to ignite them. The gap between desire and achievement can seem daunting, but this divide exists only to be crossed. Each deliberate step, no matter how small, is a stone laid on the bridge to your dreams. Imagine a farmer planting seeds. He cannot simply hope for a harvest. He must till the soil, water the land, and remove the weeds. Your goals demand the same devotion. They require patience, persistence, and the willingness to embrace discomfort. Consider this. The only way to conquer procrastination is to start. The journey to fulfillment begins with one small move. Write that first sentence. Take that first walk. Make that first call. The beauty of action is its momentum. Once started, it creates its own rhythm, pulling you forward like a river's current. Let each step, no matter how insignificant it may seem, be a declaration of your commitment to growth. To make this principle practical, start with something tangible today. Choose one dream and break it down into the smallest, most manageable action you can take now. Maybe it's setting a timer for 10 minutes to brainstorm ideas. Perhaps it's sending that overdue email. The goal is not perfection, but progress. The Buddha taught that effort shapes destiny. In the Dhammapada, he said, an idea that is developed and put into action is more important than an idea that exists only as an idea. Let this wisdom guide you. Dreams cannot bloom in the realm of thought alone. They demand to be lived. By taking action, you honor the essence of your aspirations and invite their light to shine on your path. Today, challenge yourself. Take a moment to reflect on the dream closest to your heart. What single step can you take right now to bring it closer to reality? Write it down. Commit to it. Action is not merely the key to dreams, it is the flame that lights their way. Start now, for in the act of beginning, you awaken the power to transform your life. 2. Develop the mental strength to stay consistent. Consistency is the unsung hero of transformation. In Buddhist philosophy, the practice of meditation is not about achieving instant enlightenment. It's about showing up day after day to train the mind and cultivate clarity. This same principle applies to any goal you wish to achieve. Consistency, though quiet and unassuming, is the foundation of mastery. Imagine water dripping onto a stone. Each drop seems inconsequential, but over time it carves a groove that endures. Such is the power of unwavering persistence. In a world that glorifies instant results, it's easy to feel disheartened when progress is invisible. But the Buddha taught that small, steady efforts yield profound change. The key lies in trusting the process. The journey of self-improvement is not a sprint, but a marathon. It's not about perfection, it's about commitment. The discipline to return to your practice, your work, or your dream, even on days when it feels futile, is what separates those who merely aspire from those who achieve. Think of consistency as planting seeds in a garden. You may not see growth immediately, but with care and patience, the soil will yield its reward. Similarly, every small action you take, whether writing one page, practicing one chord, or meditating for 5 minutes, compounds over time, creating a foundation of strength and skill. The results may not be immediate, but they are inevitable. To develop mental strength, start by building simple, sustainable rituals. Align them with your goals. If your aim is to write a book, commit to writing for 10 minutes each day. If you want to build fitness, do a short workout every morning. The act of showing up consistently trains your mind to value persistence over instant gratification. Over time, these rituals become habits, and habits become second nature. Buddhist teachings remind us that resilience is born from repetition. Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes. Let this wisdom encourage you. When the path feels arduous, remind yourself that each step, however small, is carving a groove into your potential. Every day you show up, you reinforce the strength of your commitment and draw closer to mastery. Challenge yourself to stay consistent for the next 7 days. Choose one action, no matter how minor, that aligns with your goal and commit to doing it daily. Track your progress and observe how your resolve deepens. Like water carving stone, your consistency will shape your destiny. Let it be the force that propels you forward, one steady step at a time. 3. Pushing beyond limits. Growth begins at the edge of discomfort. The Buddha's teachings on dukkha, the suffering inherent in life, remind us that struggle is not something to avoid, but something to embrace. Suffering, he taught, is a teacher. It is through challenge and adversity that we uncover our potential and expand our capacity for resilience. Imagine a butterfly emerging from its cocoon. The struggle it endures is not a hindrance, but a necessity. Without it, the butterfly's wings would never develop the strength needed for flight. Similarly, your growth depends on your willingness to confront the discomfort that accompanies change. Too often, we stay within the confines of what feels safe, avoiding the edges where true transformation lies. But growth requires courage, the courage to step outside your comfort zone and into the unknown. The Buddha said, "No one saves us but ourselves. No one can and no one may. We ourselves must walk the path." This path often leads us through trials that test our resolve, but it also leads us to a stronger, wiser version of ourselves. Think of a time when you faced a challenge that seemed insurmountable. Perhaps it was a difficult conversation, a career shift, or the decision to start something entirely new. At the moment, it may have felt overwhelming, but by pushing through, you discovered strength and clarity you didn't know you had. Every challenge faced is an opportunity to rewrite the narrative of your life, to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you imagined. To push beyond your limits, start by reframing discomfort. Instead of seeing it as something to fear, view it as an invitation to grow. When you encounter resistance, whether physical, emotional, or mental, pause and ask, "What is this teaching me?" Lean into the discomfort with curiosity rather than avoidance. Take small steps toward what scares you, knowing that each step fortifies your spirit. The process will not always be easy, but the rewards are profound. As the Buddha taught, the mind is everything, what you think you become. When you train your mind to face difficulty with resilience, you unlock a wellspring of inner strength that transforms not only your challenges, but also your entire perspective on life. Today, challenge yourself to take one deliberate action that pushes you outside your comfort zone. Maybe it's speaking up in a meeting, trying a new skill, or confronting a fear. Whatever it is, embrace the struggle as part of your journey. Like the butterfly breaking free from its cocoon, you'll find that your greatest growth comes from the effort it takes to reach new heights. 4. Overcoming past resistance and self-doubt. Self-doubt and resistance can feel like insurmountable walls, but Buddhist wisdom teaches that they are illusions created by the mind. Mindfulness, one of the central tenets of Buddhist philosophy, reveals that these feelings are not permanent truths, but fleeting clouds that obscure your inner light. Imagine resistance as a dense fog. It may block your view, but it does not change the path ahead. With awareness and persistence, the fog begins to lift, and the way forward becomes clear. When self-doubt arises, it often whispers, "You're not good enough," or "What if you fail?" These thoughts can paralyze even the most determined, but the Buddha taught that awareness is the key to liberation. By observing your doubts without judgment, you begin to see them for what they truly are, passing thoughts, not unchangeable realities. In the words of the Buddha, you yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. This truth reminds us to treat ourselves with compassion, especially when doubt creeps in. Think of a time when resistance held you back, when the fear of failure or imperfection stopped you from pursuing something meaningful. Perhaps it was a project you abandoned or an opportunity you hesitated to seize. What if you had taken one small step forward instead of turning away? The magic of mindfulness lies in its ability to break this cycle. By becoming aware of your resistance, you reclaim the power to choose action over avoidance. To overcome resistance, start with observation. When you feel self-doubt rising, pause. Take a deep breath and acknowledge the thought without attaching to it. Say to yourself, "This is just resistance. It doesn't define me." Then, focus on taking one small, deliberate step forward, no matter how insignificant it might seem. Write the first sentence, make the first call, or spend just 5 minutes working toward your goal. The act of starting, however small, creates momentum that erodes resistance. Buddhist teachings remind us that the present moment is our greatest ally. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. When you anchor yourself in the now, self-doubt loses its grip and action becomes attainable. Today, reflect on an area of your life where resistance or self-doubt has held you back. What is one small step you can take to move forward? Commit to that step, no matter how insignificant it feels. As the fog of resistance lifts, you'll discover clarity, confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. Action, no matter how small, is the antidote to self-doubt. 5. Build daily practices that fuel your success. Your habits are the foundation of your future. Buddhist monks understand this deeply, structuring their days around disciplined routines that align with their spiritual aspirations. They wake before dawn, meditate, chant, and perform acts of service, not because these actions yield immediate results, but because they cultivate a way of being that leads to enlightenment. This principle holds true for all aspects of life. Your daily practices are the bricks that build the house of your destiny. Consider the immense power of seemingly small actions repeated over time. Each day is an opportunity to lay a single brick with care and intention. A morning spent journaling clarifies your thoughts. A consistent exercise routine strengthens your body and mind. 10 minutes of mindful reflection brings focus to your day. These practices, small in the moment, accumulate into a structure of sustainable success. The Buddha taught, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. By shaping your habits, you shape your reality. Think of your goals as the blueprint for a magnificent house. Without consistent effort, the blueprint remains just a dream. The disciplined actions you take each day, no matter how simple, are what transform that dream into a solid, tangible reality. It is not enough to desire success. You must create the framework that supports it. To build daily practices that fuel your success, start by identifying habits that align with your goals. If you want to cultivate creativity, set aside time each day to write, draw, or brainstorm. If health is your focus, commit to preparing nutritious meals or walking daily. Begin with small, achievable actions that can seamlessly integrate into your life. Over time, these small habits will grow into an unshakable routine. Buddhist philosophy teaches the value of mindfulness in every action. Whether sweeping the floor or meditating, monks approach each task with full presence and intention. Adopt this mindset in your daily practices. Approach each habit not as a chore, but as an act of self-care and growth. Let your habits become rituals, moments of meaning that reconnect you with your purpose. Today, take one step toward creating a daily practice. Choose a habit that supports your goals and commit to it for the next 7 days. Track your progress and observe the ripple effect it creates in your life. Remember, success is not built overnight. It is constructed brick by brick with patience and discipline. Each habit you nurture is a step closer to the life you envision. Build wisely, and your future will stand strong. 6. Turning aspirations into actionable plans. A single step is greater than 1,000 intentions. Aspirations, no matter how grand, remain distant dreams unless paired with deliberate action. The Buddha's teaching of the middle path offers a profound lesson here. Balance your aspirations with actionable steps. Too often we fall into the trap of overwhelming ourselves with the enormity of our goals, paralyzed by the fear of failure or the uncertainty of the journey. But progress doesn't demand perfection. It demands a beginning. Think of aspirations as stars, beautiful but distant, and action as the telescope that brings them within reach. How often have you envisioned a better future, a thriving career, improved health, or meaningful relationships, only to feel stuck in the how? The mind creates a mountain out of the path ahead, but the secret lies in focusing not on the peak, but on the first step. The Buddha said, "A jug fills drop by drop." Each small action you take builds momentum, and before long, you find yourself moving steadily toward your goals. Take a moment to reflect on something you've been putting off, perhaps writing a book, starting a business, or pursuing a passion project. The thought of everything that must be done can feel suffocating, but what if you focused solely on the first step? Write the first paragraph, sketch the initial idea, send one email. These simple actions break the inertia of inaction and set the stage for progress. Turning aspirations into actionable plans begins with clarity. Write down your goal and break it into manageable pieces. If your dream feels vague, ask yourself, what specific outcome am I aiming for? Once you've identified the big picture, reverse engineer the process. What small actions can you take today, this week, or this month? Treat each action as a stepping stone rather than a burden. Buddhist teachings emphasize presence in each moment. As you take these steps, focus not on the end result, but on the effort you're putting in now. This mindfulness transforms even the smallest actions into meaningful progress. Celebrate each step forward, no matter how small, as a victory in itself. Today, challenge yourself to take that first step toward a goal you've been delaying. Write it down, commit to it, and act on it. Action creates clarity, momentum, and confidence. The journey may feel long, but each step brings the stars closer. As you act, remember that even the most distant aspirations can be reached if you start with one small, deliberate step. The power lies not in waiting for the perfect moment, but in creating it with your actions. 7. Action as a path to wealth and freedom. True wealth is the freedom to live purposefully. In Buddhist philosophy, wealth is not confined to material possessions, but encompasses the richness of a meaningful life, inner peace, and the ability to align actions with purpose. The Buddha taught that freedom arises when desires are tempered by wisdom and actions are guided by intention. Consider this. Wealth in its truest form is not just having more, but living with clarity, purpose, and fulfillment. To achieve this, action must be the bridge between your aspirations and your reality. Imagine planting a tree. In the beginning, it's just a seed, small and unremarkable, but with consistent care, water, sunlight, and time, it grows into something that provides shade, sustenance, and life itself. Your actions are like the care given to that tree. Each purposeful act nurtures your potential, leading to both personal and financial growth. The Buddha said, "Your work is to discover your work, and then, with all your heart, to give yourself to it." This principle reminds us that wealth, whether material or spiritual, is cultivated through focused and meaningful effort. Take a moment to think about what freedom means to you. Is it financial security, the ability to travel, time to spend with loved ones? Whatever your vision, the path to that freedom is paved with intentional actions. Too often, we are paralyzed by the enormity of what we desire, convincing ourselves that the journey is too long or the odds too great. But as Buddhist wisdom teaches, freedom is achieved not through sudden leaps, but through steady steps. To channel your energy into meaningful pursuits, begin by identifying your values. What truly matters to you? Align your actions with these values, ensuring that your efforts contribute to a greater purpose. If financial independence is your goal, focus on skills, habits, and investments that create lasting value. If spiritual fulfillment calls to you, dedicate time to practices like meditation, self-reflection, or acts of kindness. The key is to ensure that every action, no matter how small, moves you closer to the life you envision. Buddhism also reminds us to detach from the outcome. The root of suffering is attachment, the Buddha said. Focus not on the rewards, but on the process. When your actions stem from genuine intention and mindfulness, the results will naturally follow. Today, ask yourself, what seed can I plant? What action can I take to create a future of purpose and abundance? Take that step, no matter how small, and nurture it daily. Over time, your efforts will grow into the wealth and freedom you seek. True wealth is not found in what you accumulate, but in how you live, act, and align with your purpose. 8. Unlock your ability to achieve greatness. Discipline unlocks your highest potential. In the teachings of the Buddha, self-mastery is the path to enlightenment, a journey that requires effort, commitment, and focus. Greatness is not reserved for the few. It is within reach of anyone willing to cultivate discipline. Think of discipline as a key. Without it, the door to your true potential remains locked. But when you commit to sharpening your focus and eliminating distractions, you unlock the ability to achieve extraordinary things. Imagine a sculptor facing a massive block of stone. To an untrained eye, it seems like an immovable obstacle, but with disciplined effort, the sculptor carves away at the stone, revealing the masterpiece within. Your potential is like that stone, untapped until shaped by the steady hand of discipline. The Buddha said, "Endurance is one of the most difficult disciplines, but it is to the one who endures that the final victory comes." This endurance, this discipline, is the tool that shapes your greatness. Reflect on the distractions in your life. Perhaps it's endless scrolling through social media, procrastinating on tasks, or chasing instant gratification. These are like weeds in a garden choking the growth of your aspirations. To unlock your potential, you must pull these weeds out, making room for focus and purposeful action. Start by identifying your priorities. What matters most to you? What work truly aligns with your values and long-term vision? When you eliminate distractions, you clear a path for meaningful progress. Discipline is not about rigid control, but about consistent alignment with your purpose. Create routines that support your goals. If you want to write a book, set aside a specific time to write, no matter how you feel. If you're building a business, dedicate uninterrupted blocks of time to your most important tasks. By showing up consistently, you build momentum and confidence. Each small victory reinforces your belief in what's possible. The Buddha's teaching of mindfulness further enriches this process. Be fully present in each moment of your work, whether it's solving a problem, honing a skill, or creating something new. When you give your full attention to the task at hand, distractions fade and clarity emerges. Discipline becomes not a burden, but a path to freedom. Freedom to create, grow, and achieve. Today, take a step toward cultivating discipline. Choose one distraction to eliminate and one meaningful task to focus on. Commit to it, no matter how small the step may seem. Remember, discipline is the bridge between your current self and the greatness within you. Unlock the door and step boldly into your potential. 9. Create a winning attitude that drives results. Your thoughts shape your reality. This principle, rooted in Buddhist teachings on right thought, underscores the transformative power of your mindset. A winning attitude is not about denying life's challenges, but about embracing them with resilience and a sense of purpose. It's about reframing obstacles as stepping stones to success. Imagine your attitude as a compass. It may not calm the storm, but it can guide you safely through it. The direction you choose determines where you will end up. Consider the story of a young man facing constant setbacks in his career. Each rejection seemed like a door slamming shut. He felt defeated, as though success was reserved for others. But one day he read a quote, "You are what you think." This moment planted a seed of realization. His negative thoughts were fueling his defeat. He decided to shift his mindset. Instead of seeing rejection as failure, he began viewing it as feedback. Each setback became an opportunity to grow. With a winning attitude, he not only improved his skills, but also built the resilience to persist. Over time, doors began to open, and he achieved the success he once thought impossible. This is the power of a winning attitude. It starts with gratitude. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you have, rather than what you lack. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, making you more open to possibilities. The Buddha taught that what you dwell on, you become. When you focus on the positive, your mind becomes a fertile ground for growth and success. Affirmations are another powerful tool. Speak to yourself with kindness and belief, even when the path is difficult. Replace thoughts like, "I can't do this," with "I am capable of learning and growing." These simple shifts in language create profound changes in how you approach challenges. Over time, these affirmations become truths that shape your actions and ultimately your reality. Remember, your attitude is the foundation of your resilience. When faced with a challenge, pause and ask yourself, how can this situation make me stronger? This question reframes difficulties as opportunities for growth. It encourages you to act, even in the face of fear or uncertainty. Today, take a step toward creating a winning attitude. Start a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things you're grateful for and recite an affirmation that aligns with your goals. Your thoughts are the architects of your future. Build a foundation of positivity and watch how it transforms your journey. A winning attitude doesn't just drive results, it redefines what's possible. 10. Reward yourself for progress. Celebrating milestones is essential for sustaining motivation. In the Buddhist practice of mindfulness, gratitude and acknowledgement of progress play a crucial role in maintaining inner peace. When we're focused on a destination, we forget to appreciate the journey. Yet, it's the small wins along the way that build the foundation for future success. Think of your progress as climbing a mountain. Each step forward may seem small, but when you pause to look at the view, you realize how far you've come. Taking the time to appreciate the climb keeps your spirit up. Your determination is strong. Consider the story of a woman who had always dreamed of becoming a writer. For years, she struggled with self-doubt and procrastination, overwhelmed by the idea of writing a book. One day, she decided to change her approach. Instead of focusing on the book as a whole, she set a goal to write just 1 page a day. At first, it felt like a trivial accomplishment, but she made it a point to celebrate each page. Whether it was a small moment of gratitude for the words she wrote or treating herself to something she enjoyed, she acknowledged her progress every step of the way. As days turned into weeks, she was amazed at how much she had written and how much more excited and motivated she felt to continue. Celebrating each page, no matter how small, helped her stay energized and focused on her larger goal. This is the power of celebration. It's not about chasing grand rewards or forgetting the bigger picture. It's about recognizing that every small step contributes to the larger journey. The Buddha reminds us that mindfulness isn't just about being present, but about truly appreciating the present moment, no matter how small it may seem. Being grateful for your efforts strengthens your resilience and helps you maintain a positive mindset toward future challenges. When you celebrate your progress, you boost your confidence and deepen your sense of achievement. It could be as simple as taking a few moments to reflect on how far you've come, sharing your success with someone close, or treating yourself to a small pleasure. These small celebrations remind you that you're moving in the right direction and that your hard work is meaningful. Today, take a moment to celebrate a small success. Write down 1 thing you've achieved, no matter how small, and take a moment to truly appreciate it. Acknowledging your progress doesn't just keep you motivated, it reinforces the idea that every step forward matters. Progress is a journey, and each milestone is a reason to keep going. Bonus lesson: the power of now. The power of now can truly change your life. How often do we find ourselves trapped in hesitation, overwhelmed by what lies ahead, or frozen by the fear of failing? Buddhism teaches us that the only time we truly have is this present moment. The past is already gone, and the future remains unknown. But right now, in this very moment, we have everything we need to take action. The secret to overcoming procrastination is understanding that by focusing on the present, we unlock the ability to move forward. Think of the present moment as a spark, small yet powerful. When nurtured, it can ignite a great fire. But if we wait too long, that spark fades, leaving us with nothing. It's easy to get stuck in the what-ifs of life. What if I fail? What if it's too late? What if I'm not ready? The truth is, waiting only fuels the cycle of inaction. When you shift your focus to the now, to what you can do in this exact moment, hesitation fades away. You stop waiting for the perfect time because you realize the perfect time is already here. Take a moment to ask yourself, what is one small step you can take right now to move closer to your goal? It doesn't need to be something big. It could be as simple as jotting down an idea, making a quick phone call, or taking a few minutes to outline your next steps. The magic begins when you stop overthinking and start taking action. This reflects a core teaching of Buddhism that the journey, the act of being fully present and engaged, is just as fulfilling as reaching the destination. Let me share the story of a young entrepreneur who struggled to start her business. Every time she thought about it, the sheer size of the task overwhelmed her. She kept putting it off, thinking, "I'll begin tomorrow." But one day, she came across a simple phrase that changed her mindset. The present moment is all you need. That day, she didn't wait for the perfect moment or for everything to fall into place. She simply made one decision. She registered her business name. That single action lit a spark. Over the next few weeks, she kept taking small steps, and each one brought her closer to her dream. The present moment is a powerful tool. Taking action now transforms hesitation into momentum. It turns potential into reality. So, stop waiting. The best time to begin is now. You'll discover that the journey you're on and the steps you take today are often the most rewarding part of your success. What small action can you take right now to move forward? This moment is yours. Embrace it. In life's journey, one profound truth stands out. Action is the path to transformation. Every small step you take sends ripples far beyond what you can see, shaping your destiny in unimaginable ways. As the Buddha wisely said, an idea that is developed and acted upon is far more valuable than one that remains just an idea. By adopting these principles, you're not just working toward external achievements, you're shaping your inner self. With every step forward, you build strength, resilience, and clarity. Buddhist teachings remind us that resistance, doubt, and fear are not enemies to be defeated, but teachers to be understood. Like clouds drifting across the sky, these emotions pass when observed with awareness and met with courage. Taking action becomes a Zen practice, a deliberate effort to rise above inertia and connect with the present moment. Think of your aspirations as seeds. No matter how small they appear now, with consistent care and effort, they can grow into mighty trees that offer shade and abundance. In the end, the journey of success is about far more than material accomplishments. It's about becoming the person who can live fully and freely. By nurturing discipline, mindfulness, and a positive mindset, you unlock the greatness that lies dormant within you. The wisdom of Buddhism reminds us that life is fleeting and the best time to take action is now. As the Zen saying goes, the journey of 1,000 miles begins beneath your feet. Take that first step today and allow the momentum to guide you forward. If these reflections connected with you, don't forget to like and share this video. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to Buddha's Eternal Wisdom for more inspiring Buddhist teachings on living a peaceful and meaningful life. Let's continue this journey together.